All right, I shall get started. So I'm from Lnfi. So we are like a financial layer built on top of Lightning Network. So we are trying to bring DeFi to the Lightning Network. So we have an upcoming product. It's called LN Node. Well, so we will be delivering like self-custodial EU or multi-asset Lightning. So since it's a Lightning event, I thought it would be nice to talk a little bit about Lightning, what's the current status, and so on and so forth. Right now, current Lightning Network have a TVL of about 5,000 BTC, so that's about $600 million in terms of like the valuation. So in comparison to Ethereum, I think we are still like way behind. So why? I mean, there's such a huge gap in between these two ecosystems, Lightning Network versus Ethereum. Despite that, we have been like pushing for Lightning Network for a long time, and notably in 2023, we actually launched Taproot Assets Protocol, and also in 2025 we launched Lightning Network has actually launched RGB Protocol, and both of which assets can be issued on Bitcoin, and those assets can be facilitated on the Lightning Network. So these two protocols are expected to drive TVL on Lightning Network, but we are not there yet. So what are the challenges? Challenge number one is because Lightning Network doesn't really deliver like a very attractive yield. So right now, I think economically, we are looking at about 1 to 4%. So it's very thin as compared to like, some people are actually expecting like over 10% for like stable coin. So for Bitcoin, I think there are places that you can get about 5% or so and so forth. So the yield on Lightning Network is actually not that attractive. And this actually wasn't the Lightning Network, which is a peer-to-peer network, and it relies a lot on the network effects. Without the network effects, the liquidity on the Lightning Network is thinner, and the execution cost is a lot higher. So that's one of the key challenges that we are facing on the Lightning Network. The second one is asset protocol fragmentation. So there are quite a few assets protocol on Lightning Network. For example, like RGB, Taproot Assets Protocol, we have Ordinals, Runes, and of course, we also have like Spark that has also released their own assets implementation, LRC20, and I think there are a few others coming out. So the entire Bitcoin native assets protocol is actually quite fragmented. So that's one of the key issues that our product or what we are trying to resolve. Let me jump to the third challenge, which is the node management is extremely tedious and cumbersome. It takes a lot of effort to manage your node, manage your channel, rebalance your channels, and it's just not any layman can actually do it conveniently. So that is one of the challenges that we are trying to tackle. So let me introduce like LN Node. So it's a self-custodial Bitcoin node generation node service. So we allow like, we actually upscale the entire Lightning node to become like a yield generation engine. And we have unified all the various assets protocol, including like Taproot Assets, RGB, and more in the future. And thirdly, we have extended the programmability of Lightning nodes, whereby we have implemented MCP servers. So you can actually largely improve the interoperability of Lightning nodes on the Lightning Network. So I will touch more on that afterwards. So there are so these are the three steps on how you can actually put up your LN node. Number one, in terms of deployment, you can do it locally on your desktop or on your server. Or you can also, we will also be launching like hardware devices for you guys to launch a LN node. And thirdly, of course, you can rely upon our cloud partner to launch a LN node. And second, how are you going to access your Lightning node is that you can do it via Nostr. So Nostr is like a third-party open-ended service, so whereby you can actually have a Nostr account, and via your Nostr address, you can easily access your Lightning node. So that's the key beauty. And thirdly, in terms of management, you can do it on our web UI, which I'm going to show it to you right after. Or you can do it on the desktop app that you have installed on your laptop or desktop. And thirdly, you can actually plug in your MCP on any single LLM. So for example, you can just sign in to website chatgpt.com, and you set out your MCP, and you can actually manage your LN node from there. So LN node is going to deliver three things. Number one, we are looking to deliver like a higher yield with channel mining, whereby you can just provide liquidity, which is akin to like opening like a bank account, put some money inside, and you can get a higher yield from there. So this will actually bring towards greater network effects. And with that, the execution cost will be much, much, much lower, and Lightning Network will be like much, much more competitive than your existing blockchain solutions out there. So makes running node not just easier, but also economically more rewarding. So that's a key objective. Second, we are also looking to push towards self-custodial asset management, whereby you can manage your assets on our LN node or the Bitcoin native assets protocol all in one place. You generate your yield over here. And thirdly, you can actually perform your trading on Lnfi. And of course, we have entered into like a collaborative research plan with Custodial, who has been a pioneer in driving like self-custodial trading on the Lightning Network. The third challenge that we are looking to tackle upon, of course, is to introduce user-friendliness via like a web UI that you can access via your Nostr. And of course, I think earlier I did talk about the MCP server. Okay, without further ado, maybe, so this is just a summary between like the traditional Lightning nodes and LN node. So we can generate yield, is unified multi-assets infrastructure, is more friendly, and it, of course, is powered by MCP. And of course, we do introduce like self-custodial asset management and also trading. And lastly, more of our, everything is like open source. All right, without further ado, so this is my last slide. I'm just going to say that each LN node is going to strengthen the entire Lightning Network. And so that will make Lightning Network ubiquitous and with much, much, much better execution. That's the key objective of us launching our LN node. So now I'm just going to do like a demo of this LN node. I'm going to play like an LN node video just to showcase like how things works.
Bitcoin is evolving, and so should your node. LN Node is the first fully open source, self-custodial yield generation node service designed for the multi-asset era of Bitcoin. First, it's a self-custodial yield engine powered by channel mining. You earn passive yield by contributing liquidity to the Lightning Network while retaining full control of your funds. Second, it supports node management on various asset protocols. Bitcoin, Taproot assets, and RGB tokens, all managed in a single unified node. And third, it's designed to be user-friendly. LN Node removes the complexity of traditional Lightning node management. No command line, no configuration, just clear intuitive control. It is designed for everyday users. Set up in a few clicks. Deploy it locally, on the cloud, or on hardware. Access your node through your Nostr address. Manage it through a clean modern web UI or desktop app. You can send and receive assets. Create Taproot assets or RGB channels. Earn passive yield through channel mining by routing liquidity on the Lightning Network. And it integrates seamlessly into any agentic flows. LN Node is model context protocol ready, so you can manage your node by prompting agents, such as open a 500,000 Satoshis channel with Lnfi, or pay this invoice, maximum 150 Satoshis fee. With NCP, LN Node can be managed through your preferred LLMs like Cursor or Claude. LN Node marks a new chapter for Lightning Network. Run your LN Node today.